Imagine pulling into a gas station only to find the pumps bone dry. Your tank is nearing empty, you start to panic. This scene could become a common reality if we don't address the looming gas crisis. Just recently, Hurricane Milton slammed into Florida, causing widespread power outages and fuel shortages. Thousands of gas stations ran dry. People were stranded, unable to evacuate or return home. This incident is a stark reminder of our vulnerability. It highlights the fragility of our fuel supply chains, and it underscores the urgent need for sustainable alternatives. While hurricanes are a temporary disruption, other factors are pushing us closer to a permanent fuel crisis. Rising gas prices, shrinking oil reserves, and the shift to electric vehicles are all reshaping the energy landscape. Remember when filling up your tank didn't cost an arm and a leg? Those days seem long gone. Gas prices have been steadily climbing, putting a strain on wallets and the economy. Several factors contribute to this price surge. Global demand for oil is outpacing supply. Geopolitical events like the conflict in Ukraine disrupt supply chains. And let's not forget good old inflation, which affects everything, including transportation costs. The Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC, also plays a role. This group of oil-producing nations can influence prices by adjusting their output. And when they decide to cut production like they did recently, we all feel the pinch at the pump. The bottom line is, affordable gas is becoming a thing of the past. The current system is volatile and unsustainable. We need to find a better way to fuel our lives. The short answer is yes, eventually. Oil and gas are finite resources. We've been guzzling them down for over a century, and those underground reserves are starting to dwindle. The United States, despite being a major oil producer, still relies heavily on imports. We consume far more than we produce. This dependence makes us vulnerable to global market fluctuations and supply disruptions. Adding to the problem, the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, our emergency stash of oil, has been drawn down to its lowest level in decades. This leaves us ill-prepared for future crises and emergencies. The writing is on the wall. We can't keep relying on fossil fuels forever. We need to transition to cleaner, more sustainable energy sources before it's too late. Electric vehicles, EVs, are often touted as the future of transportation. They're sleek, efficient, and don't spew out noxious fumes. But their rise poses a challenge to the traditional gas station model. EVs don't need gasoline, they run on electricity, which means they need to be plugged in, not filled up. This requires a different kind of infrastructure, one with charging stations, not gas pumps. Some gas stations are adapting by installing EV chargers alongside their pumps. Others are transforming into multi-purpose hubs, offering amenities like convenience stores, cafes, and even co-working spaces. The transition won't be easy or immediate. Building a robust EV charging infrastructure takes time, investment, and careful planning. But it's a necessary step towards a cleaner, more sustainable transportation future. America's oil addiction, dependence, disruption, and danger. The United States has, well, a long and complicated relationship with oil. From the early days of oil drilling in the 19th century to the modern-day fracking boom, oil has been a cornerstone of American industry and progress. We're both a major producer and a major consumer. Our vast oil fields and extensive infrastructure have made us a powerhouse in the global energy market. This dependence on oil has shaped our foreign policy, our economy, and even our way of life. Decisions made in Washington and on Wall Street are often influenced by the fluctuating fortunes of the oil industry. But our reliance on this finite resource comes at a cost. The environmental toll is significant, and the economic risks are ever present. We're vulnerable to price shocks, supply disruptions, and geopolitical instability. A sudden spike in oil prices can send shockwaves through the economy, affecting everything from transportation to food prices. The recent turmoil in the Middle East and the conflict in Ukraine are prime examples. These events highlight the fragility of our oil supply chains and the broader implications for global stability. Our addiction to oil also has devastating environmental consequences. The extraction, transportation, and burning of oil contribute to pollution, habitat destruction, and climate change. Burning fossil fuels releases harmful greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, contributing to climate change and its catastrophic effects. Rising sea levels, extreme weather events, and loss of biodiversity are just a few of the dire outcomes. Breaking this dependence won't be easy. It requires a concerted effort from all sectors of society, including government, industry, and individuals. It requires a fundamental shift in our energy policy, our infrastructure, and our mindset. We need to invest in renewable energy sources, improve energy efficiency, and promote sustainable practices. But it's a challenge we must confront if we want a cleaner, safer, and more sustainable future. The choices we make today will determine the world we leave for future generations. Echoes of crises past, a history of gas shortages. The current gas crisis isn't without precedent. We've seen similar situations unfold in the past, each time leaving a significant mark on our society and economy. Throughout history, the United States has experienced several periods of fuel shortages and price spikes, each offering valuable lessons for the present. These events have shaped our policies and our approach to energy consumption. In the 1970s, an oil embargo by Arab OPEC nations crippled the U.S. economy. The embargo led to widespread panic and a reevaluation of our energy strategies. Long lines at gas stations became a common sight. People would wait for hours, sometimes even overnight, just to fill up their tanks. The crisis exposed our vulnerability to foreign oil and forced us to rethink our energy consumption. It was a wake-up call that highlighted the need for energy independence and innovation. More recently, Hurricane Katrina in 2005 and Hurricane Harvey in 2017 caused major disruptions to oil production and distribution, leading to gas shortages and price spikes across the country. These natural disasters showed how fragile our energy infrastructure can be. These historical events serve as stark reminders that our energy system is vulnerable to both natural disasters and geopolitical turmoil. They underscore the importance of building a more resilient and adaptable energy network. They highlight the urgent need for diversification and a shift towards more resilient energy sources. Investing in renewable energy and modernizing our infrastructure can help mitigate the impacts of future crises. Breaking the cycle of future beyond fossil fuels. The era of fossil fuels is coming to an end. It's time to embrace a cleaner, more sustainable energy future. This transition won't be easy, but it's necessary for the health of our planet and our economy. Renewable energy sources like solar, wind, hydro, and geothermal offer a viable alternative to fossil fuels. They're abundant, replenishable, and produce little to no greenhouse gas emissions. Investing in renewable energy technologies, research, and infrastructure is crucial. We need to create a robust and diversified energy portfolio that can power our homes, businesses, and transportation systems. Breaking our dependence on fossil fuels is not only environmentally responsible but also economically sound. It will create new jobs, boost innovation, and reduce our reliance on volatile global markets. Powering up. The rise of renewable energy. Renewable energy is no longer a niche sector. It's rapidly becoming a mainstream power source, transforming the global energy landscape. Solar and wind power in particular have experienced exponential growth in recent years. Advancements in technology have made renewable energy more efficient and affordable than ever before. The cost of solar panels and wind turbines has plummeted, making them a competitive alternative to fossil fuels. Governments worldwide are implementing policies to promote renewable energy adoption, setting ambitious targets for clean energy production and consumption. This global shift towards renewables is creating new jobs, boosting economies, and reducing greenhouse gas emissions. It's a win-win situation for the planet and for people. Investing in change a roadmap for a sustainable future. The transition to a sustainable energy future requires a concerted effort from governments, businesses, and individuals alike. This is not just a task for one sector, but a collective mission that involves every part of society. We need to invest in the technologies, infrastructure, and policies that will accelerate this shift. This includes everything from solar panels and wind turbines to smart grids and energy storage solutions. Governments should provide incentives for renewable energy production and consumption, making it easier and more affordable for people and businesses to make the switch, while phasing out subsidies for fossil fuels. This will help level the playing field and encourage investment in cleaner alternatives. They should also invest in research and development of new clean energy technologies. Innovation is key to overcoming the challenges we face and finding sustainable solutions. Businesses should embrace sustainable practices, reducing their carbon footprint by adopting renewable energy sources and improving energy efficiency, and investing in renewable energy sources. This not only benefits the environment but can also lead to cost savings and new business opportunities. They should also support the development of a skilled workforce for the clean energy sector. Education and training programs are essential to prepare workers for the jobs of the future. Individuals can make a difference by adopting energy-efficient practices at home, such as using LED light bulbs, energy-efficient appliances, and smart home systems. Choosing renewable energy options whenever possible, like installing solar panels or opting for green energy plans from their utility providers, and supporting policies that promote a sustainable future. Advocacy and community involvement are powerful tools for driving change. The path forward is clear. By working together, we can create a roadmap that leads to a sustainable and prosperous future. By investing in renewable energy, energy efficiency, and a sustainable future, we can break the cycle of dependence on fossil fuels and create a cleaner, healthier, and more prosperous world for generations to come. The time to act is now. Together, we can make a difference and ensure a sustainable future for all.